Hey guys, it's going to be a little bit different than my other videos. It's more going to be me talking about the state of the game, what I like and what I don't like. So the gameplay in the background I think is going to be maybe a theater mode game of either Raid or Pines where I get a nuclear. I don't really remember which one I used, but yeah, anyway, enjoy the video. Alright, so been playing the game now for what, 2 months, 3 months-ish. I think if anything was going to change, they would have already changed it by now. So I think it's safe to assume that I can make a video about things they've got in the game that I like and don't like, because, you know, I think the developers have had enough time to change their minds. First off, maps. The game came out with, what was it, 8 maps? They're good maps, don't get me wrong. I do like them, except for Miami, of course. I think I've played that legitimately 4 times since the game's come out. But that's beside the point. But the maps themselves, in general, I think are quite good compared to Modern Warfare. If you look at Modern Warfare maps, those maps were disgustingly bad. I despised that game completely. I think I stopped playing. By this time last year, I was already off the game. But the maps, they're good, but there's just not enough of them. Like, previous titles, there have been how many maps? 12 at least per game, like at the start of the launch. And now we're getting 8 and we're getting 2 maps here, 2 maps there. There definitely needs to be a new mindset when it comes to how they make content for this game. Like drip feeding content into lobbies is not the way. The game needs to be fully finished, especially in regards to maps. We need a wider variety of maps because the game just becomes so boring when there's only 8 maps, because you go through them so quick, you just get so tired of the same maps over and over again. And as I said, the maps are good. They're actually good. I do like them, you know. Most are nice and small, 3 lanes. They play well. The spawns make sense, which is a big problem from Modern Warfare. The spawns just didn't make any sense in that one. But this one, you know, there's some logic to it. You sort of, if I push here, there's going to be enemies to there. But there are some times where, you know, it's a bit dodgy. But that's Call of Duty for you. That happens in every Call of Duty. But yeah, first things first is more maps. They needed more maps from the start. Next, guns. I think the amount of guns is at 28 or so. Little on the small side compared to other Call of Duty titles. But I do think the guns that are in the game, they're all good to an extent. You know, SMGs work well, assault rifles work well. The tactical rifles are a little overpowered, I must say, compared to the other weapons. Their time to kill is so much quicker than the others. LMGs, you know, they're LMGs like in every other COD. They're basically the same. Snipers, I think snipers need a change in the sense that I think they need to zoom in faster. Even though I die so much from snipers, I do feel like there needs to be a touch up on them, because at the moment they're good. But I think there could be a change. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what. Maybe probably the aim down sight speed definitely needs to be increased a bit. I think being it's the slowest Call of Duty that they scope in, I think there needs to be a definite change in the speed of the scope. But yeah, the rest of the guns, I feel like they have done pretty well. Trek are usually pretty good when it comes to managing guns, other than the tactical rifles at the moment. But more often than not, they see the statistics and they either tweak them or change them. Yeah, I think all the guns at the moment are at a good place. But I definitely think the camo challenges need to be changed. Some of them are just completely stupid, like the shoot people behind covers, barely tracks. The launches, don't get me started on them bloody launcher challenges. They're ridiculous, especially with how the lobbies work, and we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, they need to change the launcher challenges. They're ridiculous at the moment. Like the 3 kills, the double kills, it's just, that needs to go. But other than the challenges, yeah, the guns are good. Even the camos look nice. Dark Matter Ultra is a bit iffy. I think that could be touched up to make it a little bit more brighter. Similar, like Dark Aether is the best looking camo. So I think they need to either make it on par with Dark Aether or change it completely, because at the moment it's a bit it's a bit meh for what the challenges you have to do. But yeah, I don't have problems with the guns, except for some, like as I said, tactical rifles, small tweak to them. But guns overall, I'd say, are very solid in this game. Now, the main thing that I hate about this game, and I'd probably say most of the videos on YouTube that people complain about, is the dreaded 4-letter SBMM, skill-based matchmaking. The last two Call of Duties have been riddled with this. Everyone says it was in the last CODs. All the developers say that. But if that's the case, I would happily go back to how it was before. Skill-based matchmaking is one of the worst ideas ever implemented into Call of Duty. And it's not for the reason you might think. It's not because, oh, I want easy lobbies. No, it's how the game was created. The fundamental groundwork of Call of Duty does not support competitive play. Now, where I'm getting this from is you look at how the guns work, the challenges, the leveling up guns, the prestiging, the leveling up your levels, unlocking guns, and all that. Since they added your Activision ID now, the past two Call of Duties track your stats. For example, you're still playing Modern Warfare right now. Then you buy Cold War. You have let's say you had a 3 KD Modern Warfare. So, it's quite high. So you're level 1 coming into Cold War. But because your stats in Modern Warfare were, quite decent, you get thrown in a sweaty lobby. But you're level 1 going up against level 150s who've got Diamond, Dark Matter or whatever, running around with MP5s, AUGs, M16s, DMRs, and you're out here using a default class. Now, your skill may be at the same level as them, but you are severely, severely handicapped with the amount of abilities, amount of guns you can use, attachments. It's just not a fair thing. So if they want to introduce skill-based matchmaking, I think they need to completely overhaul what Call of Duty is. And that wouldn't make Call of Duty Call of Duty. It would be a completely different game. So SBMM needs to be either completely overhauled or just get rid of it in general, because breaking lobbies up is ridiculous. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a lobby playing against people who have been shit-talking, or I've been shit-talking, and I want to verse them again. I just want to go, alright, let's get sweaty and destroy these kids. But the lobby disbands, so you have no chance to either verse them again and avenge a loss, or, beat them for the second time. It's just that community spirit that was in all the other Call of Duties is gone. It's completely been gutted. It's such a sad state to see Call of Duty in at the moment. Not only that, back again doing challenges, You're in these high tier lobbies versus Scumpy Jr. and you're trying to level up your pistols or your knife and you're just going to have no fun doing it. It's just going to be dead set. You're better off pulling your teeth out. But then you got, little Timmy over here, it's first ever Call of Duty, barely got his thumbs grown, playing, he's versing people that just can't shoot back. And he's leveling guns and he's getting all these challenges done at a faster rate you are, just because the level of competition is completely different. And that in itself is such a stupid idea. We want you to do the same challenges, but against harder opponents. It's just ridiculous. It's so backwards. Alright, the final thing that I wanted to discuss here is the kill streaks. Not the kill streaks in particular, like, UAV counter, your attack chopper, all them, but how you earn them. The kill streak system in this game is the worst kill streak system ever. How in the blue hell did the developers think implementing this new score streak system would be better or beneficial to anyone is beyond me. So you're telling me you can go 30 and 30, right, in a game and still have enough to get a chopper or a predator missile or whatever. And the thing about that is they always come at the same point in the game. Whether you're playing TDM around 70 points, there's 7 napalms flying in, 16 predator missiles coming in, 2 war machines, and that it just completely kills the flow of the game because everyone's bunkering down, opening up that bloody laptop, dropping streaks on each other's heads, and it's just whack. It's just completely whack. What was wrong with the old kill streak system? Completely nothing. Score streaks are completely better than kill streaks. But in this game, you're playing domination. You cap a flag, get 2 kills, That used to be you're off to a great start in the other Call of Duties. This one, cap a flag, you get, 2 or 3 kills. You usually were in goods, you're close to your VSAT or, a chopper or whatever. But no, this one, you're better off sitting in a corner, getting 5 kills, and then you're on a better streak than the other person. You have more score going towards your next streak. I think it's so backwards, and I think the only reason they put that in is to do with skill-based matchmaking. Is They want people to feel like they're doing well without actually doing well. A little kid playing the game will get a, chopper gunner or whatever, and be like, hey, I'm actually doing well. You look at his score, he's 40 and 60, but because he's got those 40 kills, they've accumulated enough score where he can call in a chopper gunner and he thinks he's the best Call of Duty player in the world. But in other Call of Duties, you barely get a UAV. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be, oh, I've just got a couple kills, died 63 times, then still have enough for a Predator missile. It's not how the game should be played. You should be rewarded for going on long streaks, yeah, like they have in this. But you die, unlucky, start over. You gotta get that chopper gunner again. You shouldn't be rewarded with streaks just because. It makes kill streaks a pain, because it happens every game. I want you to go play, 3 games and just prepare yourself for that 60 kill mark or that 120 point mark in domination. There's just streaks upon streaks upon streaks. And it's not because you're versing good players. It might be. But more often than not, it's just that time where people have got that 3,000 score, 4,000 score, whatever the score they need for those helicopters and stuff. And it's a chore to be in those last few minutes of a game. Because no one's running around. Predator, napalm. They need to overhaul this. I hope they can, in this COD, change the killstreak system, or put in a playlist with the old killstreak system, or put in a perk that lets me do the old killstreak system. Because as it stands now, this killstreak system is the worst. It needs to be changed. But anyway, if you've gotten this far in the video, I just want to say thank you for listening to me rant for the last however long. And I also stream out on Twitch, so if you could drop by there, I'll leave it in the description. And yeah, subscribe, like the video, and thank you again.